And then Ty, what about some MLB news? I know there's some signings happening this really the past week.
Yeah, last week, like we talked about, was the winter meetings, and honestly, I felt like this year the winter meetings were a lot more active than they usually are. Like, I feel like every year they like hype it up, and they're like, "Oh, there's gonna be a ton of deals," and usually like you'll get like one or two big signings or like a trade or something. But this year you had Kyle Schwarber re-signing with the Phillies, which really sucked as a Reds fan. Really thought there was a slight chance we were gonna get him to come home. And then you had Edwin Diaz signing with the Dodgers. So I feel like the one thing the Dodgers really lacked this past year was bullpen help. So nothing like going out and getting arguably the best closer in baseball. So good for them. And then you got Pete Alonso signing with the Orioles. Felt like that was a kind of a shock. Like the Mets supposedly didn't even give him an offer to come back, and he's the all-time leader in home runs for the Mets in franchise history. So interesting strategy there. And then your Cubbies, you guys signed Holby Milner. I was actually going to turn this over to you guys because I don't. You guys are obviously more knowledgeable here, but I also thought it was interesting. You guys apparently met with Alonzo at the winter meeting, so I felt like that would have been a ginormous signing if you guys would have somehow gotten Alonzo. But I'll turn it over to you guys for a little bit of Cubs corner here.
Well, then maybe we talked about it last episode, but they met with Devin Williams too, and like cheaped out on him. But no, Holtby Milner. I mean, he's like one of those funky like sidearm guys, if I'm not mistaken, and I've faced him in MLB The Show, and he was not easy to hit. So I'm sure it's like I'm sure it translates to real life. So I'm in on that signing for sure.
I love it. That's the hard hitting analysis I was looking for right there, Pete. And then just before we hopped on here, we're recording on Monday, obviously, but Adolis Garcia signed with the Phillies, so the Phillies obviously bolstering their offense. And then another thing, I think this happened over the weekend, but Merrill Kelly, right-handed arm for the D-backs, re-signed with the D-backs, and I thought I heard it, I don't know if it was from one of you guys, but I thought I saw some Cubs people talking about like him being a guy they'd maybe look at signing this year, so him re-signing with the D-backs kind of takes him off the radar, but just some interesting stuff. I'm sure more stuff will happen really here in like towards the end of this month in January, and you'll get a bunch of trades and stuff probably, but yeah, that's basically what happened last week at the winter meeting, Scav.